A lot of people telling me I have a right-wing opinion or something like that. That's not the case. I mean, I get comments like this, Free Democrat Boris, he used to be in the mix, he decided to leave. There's nothing I can do about that, right? I'm not stopping, and if you have a left-wing opinion or on the left side of things, you could always comment, and I'll put your comments up there, right? Your opinions from a right-wing media point of view, which is understandable. Keep in your mind your opinion represents only the half of America. That's a very interesting statement, you know? Real news should be neutral. I have no choice but to give you my opinion as I see it. Now, this is Trax News. I'm working on developing a website where everybody could do left-wing and right-wing, and I respect left-wing opinions very much, but some of them just don't make any sense to me. And I see a lot of, right now, at this point in time in my life, some individual corruption and failures on the left, some delusions that I just can't stand for. They went way too far left for me. When I was a younger dude and Bush was in Iraq and we were doing this, I was completely left-wing. It looked so stupid to be in that country. I was way with the Democrats. The Democrats had the ball in their court with Obama, and they blundered it. And now they're talking about gender this and here and there, and it's going nowhere. That's really my point of view at this point of time. But again, I respect you guys. You could write your opinion, and so on and so forth. As far as already bombing Syria, the Democrats, that's absolutely fine, as far as I could tell, because they got to show strength. And it's not really Biden's decision to bomb Syria or bomb their bases or whatever it is. You got to show some strength, because when the cat's away, the mice are going to play. You got to bomb something. You got to hit real targets so they would know that the generals are in charge of what it is. As far as the Trax News update is concerned, this is real information that people should, why I don't like the left wing look right now. I don't know who needs to hear this nurse writes, but Pelosi is trying to get Cuomo out quick on sexual harassment to avoid the unraveling of the COVID scandal, and don't let the left, the lying left, get away with another cover-up, right? There's so many cover-ups on the left. The reason why the left, I'm pushing against this, because they're controlling the media, and they're pretending that they're not. And they're sitting here and they're attacking Cuomo on sexual harassment. There's one, there's two. 4 months ago, he was the or over the summer or whatever it was, he was the greatest leader. He was so reasonable. They sit here and they put these annotations on these people and they put these titles on these people for absolutely no reason, just the way they like their vibe or they like the way they look, right? They look at Cuomo and they're like, oh, he's a leader or he's this, he's that. He had no idea what he was doing in this pandemic. This city in New York, or the state of New York, had 1,000 deaths per day, just this state alone. There were so many cover-ups, so many games, and they were praising him. That doesn't mean Trump was any smarter or any better, but you got to do it fairly. If you're going to treat one person one way, you should treat another person the same way and give them the same set of standards. But they don't. They're delusional. On the left side, that's my opinion, and I could definitely see the same thing on the right side as well. I'm not a fan of Ted Cruz. I know what Trump was doing was insane, but this country is completely divided, and that's just really the bottom line. The country is completely divided. You can't get people to agree on any fucking thing. Right now, after seeing what learning what the left was, the right with smaller government makes more sense. But again, the right wing right now, with the capital printing, they're trying to hold it back, but they're not doing the proper investments. They never did the proper investments in the infrastructure. But the bottom line in the country is the proof is in the pudding. States like Florida, Texas, right, southern states, low property taxes. They're doing way better. Cities like Austin in Texas, it's a left-leaning city in a red state. The red states are doing better. States like California are in big trouble. States like New York that had huge advantages are losing it. So I don't want to be called a right-wing organization or a right-wing news guy. It's just me communicating with you guys, because that's not the case. But it on further analysis of your opinion, it does seem like that over and over, because I really can't stand Nancy Pelosi and I can't stand some of the policies that they do over here. But on the other hand, some of them I do like, right? You know, when Bloomberg was the mayor of New York City, I used to get a parking ticket and a traffic ticket every 3 blocks. Now that it's a de Blasio where, all crime is legal, so to speak, I'm doing much better, and I haven't had all these speeding tickets and all these traps and grabs, and that was all kind of a right-wing Republican type of style from Bloomberg, even though he claims he's a Democrat, whatever it might be. So I definitely appreciate both sides of the argument. You could always comment what you think, but, you know, right now the game is what it is. I'm personally focused on the virus and its mutation and where the vaccine is going. There's been people that died because of the vaccine, but it's a small minority, but you got to follow through with the vaccine anyway. The issue is whether the vaccine is going to be effective against all forms of COVID for how long. And the answer is no, which means we're going to get another surge. And at the pit of my heart, I really want to know if we're going to be stuck with this COVID nightmare for the rest of our lives or not. Because if we did, and the virus was unleashed from a lab, and you don't know about it, and the world didn't know about it, and we did this to ourselves, it's one of the biggest tragedies in all of human history that we witnessed before our eyes. And you go to the news, nothing here. Nothing here on that end. It's just a bunch of bullshit. Burger King apologizes for women belong in the kitchen tweet. Bullshit, you know, when the world is breaking apart. But we're gonna come to the realization and the conclusion of what's happening one way or another. You could only mask it and gloss over it for so long until the truth comes forth, you know? And that's it.